life. And I'm going to talk about why, for a couple of reasons, right? One of the reasons is first of all, when you look at porn, you have an unlimited assortment of women, right? In real life, most of you guys, God willing, are going to get married to one woman, and hopefully only one woman for the rest of your lives. Hopefully you'll never have to get divorced or never have to find another woman, right? I'm hoping that that's what you guys are. That's your goal, right, in life, right? To grow up and get married and start a family. When you have porn, you're talking about an unlimited assortment of women, right? In one night, you could have 100, 200, 300 women, one night. So imagine in a lifetime, what is that, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of women? If you're used to watching that and you get used to thinking, I can have any woman I want, and I can have lots of women, and I can have all kinds of different types, right? I like this kind, I like that kind. How's that going to help you when you get married and you have now one woman that you're supposed to have sex with the rest of your life? You think that could be challenging a little bit? The answer is yes, absolutely. What else? What are some other things here? If you get used to watching porn, also, you're going to start thinking that all women look like porn stars, right? Because again, most people, and of course there's some people who like every type, most people are drawn to these really, the perfect body, the perfect, right? People don't become porn stars usually because they're kind of fat and pimply and, and whatever, I don't know what. Their hair is thinning or whatever. I think people are drawn to these, super hot women, right? So again, your expectations from watching porn are like, okay, great, so I'm going to get married and I'm going to have sex with, my wife will be a porn star, right? Because that's what most women look like, right? Because that's who you've been having sex with, right? If you're looking at porn over time, right? You've been having sex with these women in your mind who are perfect, right? What else? How it affects your perceptions, okay? If you're used to watching pornographic sex, right? The way that women are treated in pornography, again, is not real, right? In other words, if you watch porn, women are objectified in a way. They're made to do things that they don't want to do, right? And by the way, I've noticed in my practice, when I deal with guys who are like in their 20s, right? I've had guys come in and be like, and to be totally surprised, like, wait a minute, like, when I'm having sex with my girlfriend, right? She doesn't want to do X, Y, Z, and like when I watch porn, like, that's how you do it. And I'm like, dude, that's not real life. And he was totally shocked. He's like, why? He said, he's asking his girlfriend, how do you want it? And she's like, what do you mean, how do I want it? Like, and he was totally shocked. By the way, this is not as strange as it sounds. Again, if you're watching porn, right, and you're watching hours and hours and hours of porn, right, and this adds up over years, right, it's talking about, you're watching training videos of what you think real life is going to be like. Right, of what real life, and it's not, and it really messes you up. Another thing also, porn trains you to think that the other person is there for your pleasure, right? So what do you do now? You get married, right? And your wife isn't in the mood to have sex, right? Or maybe she's Anita, right? Or who knows what, right? Maybe she had a baby and she's not feeling so sexy anymore. She put on some weight, whatever. She doesn't want to have sex. Now what? It's like, well, this isn't supposed to happen, right? When I watch porn, I get sex when I want it, how I want it, as much as I want it, plus, right? So what do you mean you're not interested, right? Or she doesn't want to do something because maybe it's painful, right? You're like, women love that. By the way, I hear this from my married clients. And by the way, my clients are not just Jews, they're not just from. I have plenty of non-Jewish clients as well. At this point, I Skype with a lot of clients in America. I used to have an office in Midtown Manhattan. I opened a place called the New York Sexual Addiction Center. And I saw people from all different walks of life. I had a lot of celebrities in my practice, a lot of CEOs, I had one guy who had his own TV show, who you all know his name. I've had billionaires, I've had people who own professional sports teams. This is not just something for weirdos or this affects everybody, by the way, this affects everybody. So just recently I was talking to this guy's wife, and he's in his 40s, right? He's in his 40s, married for, about 15 years. And he's trying to get his wife to do something that he's seen in porn. And she's like, I don't want to do that. That hurts, right? And he's like, women love it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, you've been watching way too much porn, right? Because again, it's going to affect your reality and your sense of what's real and what's normal, okay? Porn sex is often violent. It's often physically and verbally abusive and degrading to women. And again, I'm telling you now, in case no one's told you this, women don't like being talked to like that. If you think that you can talk like that to your wife and treat her like that, you're not going to stay married for long. Okay? A study recently was published in Time magazine that showed that couples who watch pornography are twice as likely to get divorced. Okay? It actually also showed that women who watch pornography were 3 times as likely to get divorced. And this study just came out. Okay, so I hope that you guys hear what I'm saying here. That it may seem like right now this is an innocent sort of pastime, right? But I'm telling you that it's actually very addictive, and it gets worse over time. Let's talk.